Happy week 2, psychology class discussion. So I'm going to get right into it. What is most intriguing about memory and the content from chapter 8 and why? To me, I like the encoding part of it. Just understanding how we process and do things. You have your semantic encoding, your visual encoding, your acoustic encoding, linking the words to an image, which the acoustic encoding is what really kind of got me was when I was reading it. And they gave you the list of words and then asked you to remember which words. And sure enough, you remembered like the dog, the cat, the car, because you could link those to images. And I thought that was really interesting. I never really, thought about it that way. And, your visual encoding, kind of the same way. You see something, then you automatically know, oh, that's a car, that's a dog. So, that just really interested me, and I thought that was kind of neat. Once I read that and kind of gave the example. What component of this chapter will help you in improving your memory? Well, I kind of looked at the part for how to improve our memory, and the mnemonic devices, which I didn't realize. That's how I learned that way. Like I thought back to my, when we took math, it was, the order of operations was, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And I thought, oh, wow, that's something I do, and try to, think of an easy way to remember that and do that by having those little sayings and stuff like that, which was really neat to me. And I enjoyed that. And then the elaborative rehearsal too, kind of just going over something, talking, saying it out loud. I've done that before when I'll read something in the chapter and be like, okay, this is important, I need to remember this, and I'll keep reread it till it kind of gets stamped in my head. So that's a way I've learned too. So it was just kind of neat to see that, and I'm going to continue using that moving forward and helping me, and definitely rehearsing it helps quite a bit. So question 3, which learning theory stands out to you in chapter 6? And mine would hands down be the observational learning. That's how I learn. I feel I'm like more of a visual learner and can, really, when I see something, I remember it and, learn easier that way. I think it's interesting how, we can see something or see how it's done and we remember it. And, the next question 4 is, what example of something you have learned through this theory? And I've learned so much through it, just thinking off the top of my head just recently. It's getting ready to do fishing season down here on the coast, and I was trying to remember how to tie a bait loop, and I got on YouTube and watched a video like 2 weeks ago on how to do it, and I went to go tie them the other night, and I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, we did it this way, and the video showed you do this way, and I was like, oh, that's how I, more or less, observation, watching how it was done, relaying that information in my brain, and back when I went to do it, I remembered it all, and it was easy. So it was just kind of interesting to me to learn that, and I've learned, I thought about too back when I used to race cars out at Banks on a dirt track, and I was asking one of he was kind of an older racer, what do you do? How do you tap the gas and this and that? And he got in the car and he showed me, and, then he, pushed on my feet too and showed how to do it. And just remembering that when you get in there, it was definitely, the observation of witnessing how, okay, this is how I need to do it. Then getting in, putting it to your, you doing it was just, it's just how I learn. And I don't know. It's just, that chapter is really interesting to me because I could relate to it a lot because I'm definitely an observational learner. So, and, just seeing how the brain does that and processes all that was really interesting. So anyway, hope everybody's having a good week too. And I look forward to your responses. Have a good one.